Guys, Brookhaven updated, and you can see that on the right it released a lot of new things. It literally released a new game pass that gives me many new things here in the game. So today I want to test with you everything that was released in the Brookhaven update. So for that I called this friend of mine who's going to help me, and he just got a new car. Wait, soon we're going to test the new cars. But first I want to see the new game pass that was released in Brookhaven. He said, wait, a new game pass was released? And he even got scared. But really a new game pass was released, and literally I want to buy this right now. So now I'm finally buying this amazing game pass that's going to let me customize my Brookhaven vehicle. Okay, I bought it. And now that I got this game pass, I can get any car from the right. I'm going to unlock this button up here. And in this button, you can see that there are two options. I can, for example, change the wheels and leave my car exactly like this. Literally, my car doesn't have wheels anymore. I can also activate fire and smoke. This is something that has been in the game for a long time. But now it also released a new option, which is the second option that looks amazing. You can see that there are several things that I can do, and I didn't really understand what this is. But from what I noticed, I can put light under the car. And if this is true, this is going to be really amazing. So I just put this light under the car, and now my car is really beautiful. You can see that this light is showing up here, and it's really beautiful. There are several other lights that I can put on my car. He said, make the game night to see how this looks. Okay, I'll try to do this now. Brookhaven became totally night, and you can see that this light under the car is amazing. And also up here I can choose other colors. I can put, for example, 2 colors, and I can leave the light under the car like this. I can also leave it like this, as if I were a policeman. I can also leave the light under the car like this. You can see that this is really very different. I can also leave it exactly like this, as if it were raining. There's also this other option, which I found a little weird, and also a little ugly. And finally, there's this option, which is also really weird. I didn't really understand what this is, but my favorite for sure is this one, and also the police light. This is literally amazing. Now my friend left here. I don't know what happened, but he got out of the car, and he just got a police car, and he'll probably put the lights under the car. He said, I don't have Game Pass. Okay, I'll have to give this to him. I'm going to send a gift to my friend, and then he'll finally be able to get this Game Pass. Perfect, he received it, and now he managed to put this effect. This on the police car looks really cool. It looks like he's a real policeman, and he's really chasing me. But now he came back here. But I can also make another modification. I can literally change the light that's under my car. I can put the light that I want, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But my friend just disappeared. Literally, he vanished, and on the right you can see that 3 new cars were released. This is the first car of all, and this is amazing. Now finally my friend just came back here. He got in the car, and this car is really weird, and this car is completely bugged. I can't change the turbo. Literally, I can't change this. But here on the left I can change the car light color, and I can leave it blue like this. I can also leave it white, and I can leave it the way I want. This is amazing. This is probably the best update of all. But I want to make the car meeting. He said, does this work on motorcycles? I believe not. But I just got this motorcycle, and unfortunately I don't have these options. I can't put these effects on the motorcycle, but maybe I can do this on the truck. So I got this truck, and now you can see that it doesn't have these effects. It looks like only some very specific cars have these effects. But there's this option in the middle that looks very secret. I still haven't tested this option. You can see that on the left there are these 2 buttons that I don't know what they do, but it looks like this changes the car light. You can make it shine like this. I can also increase the distance, where the light stays exactly like this. I prefer it to be smaller, so I'm going to leave all of this very low, because this way it looks much better. And it looks like this friend of mine is coming here. Finally, he ended up coming back here in the game, and now he just crashed into my car. But I think he didn't even notice that the game updated. From the looks of it, he just saw this. Literally, there are new lights on the cars. Now he even got scared. But he's coming here to test this. He's testing all the options, and this really turned out amazing. Now he just ran away from here. Guys, he disappeared. He said, let's see who makes the most beautiful car. Yes, later we're going to do that. But first I have to see the new cars that were released. It looks like this car fits 4 people. I'm coming here to pick up this friend of mine, and he also has to come in this car. So finally he got in here, and this car is simply amazing. But I want to make a change to its suspension. The car got lowered, and it's exactly like this. But now I'm going to make this more beautiful. Okay, the car turned out like this. It's amazing. This car is much more beautiful than before because of the modifications I made. But now I'm coming here to pick up another friend, and it looks like another friend of mine joined the game, and he's exactly here. So he just has to get in the car. Seriously, this update is amazing. But I want to test the other cars too. So much so that I'm arriving here in the front so they can get their house. Each one is getting their house, and I'm coming here in the front to get a house too. But I got a house where I'm going to leave my cars, and it looks like this friend of mine got this car. Literally, he got the new update car, and he's leaving it here in the garage. Guys, this update car is amazing. But now I'm going to leave my car in the garage. This car will be red, and the next car will be purple, because it's the color of my Roblox character. In fact, my friend is very happy, but it looks like he's not going to get a car too. And since you're not going to get a car, at least get a house. And now he's going there to get a house. Meanwhile, I got this new car. In this car, 4 people also fit. In fact, he ended up getting a totally secret house in the game. It's a house that almost no player has. So much so that he ended ended up coming back here, and again I'm going to change the color of this car. This car turned out like this, and this is very beautiful. The interior of the car is like this. Actually, there's not much inside. I'm coming here in the front, and this car is really beautiful, but I want to see what else was released in the game. But again, my friend ended up getting out of the car, and I don't know what happened. However, he ended up leaving here. Look, this friend of mine is very weird. I only know that now I'm coming here in the front, and I flipped my car. This car of mine is very weird, so I'm coming here to pick up my other friend. He's going to help me test everything that was released in the update. So much so that he got in here, and he'll have to help me test all the cars, and also secret functions that were released in the game. Seriously, this will be your role. He said, test another car that was released. I know another car was released, but first I want to try to make this car more beautiful. Maybe I can put a spoiler, but this didn't look very beautiful, and I think there's no way to improve this car, because it's already really beautiful. So I'm just going to take it to my garage, because that's what I'm doing. I'm taking all the possible cars here to the garage. So I'm arriving right here, and my garage is starting to look really beautiful. So I'm going to leave this car exactly here, but this won't be totally inside the garage. Part of it will be outside the garage, and the other part inside the garage. And now the last car, it's probably the best car of all. And he also doesn't know what car this is. But he ended up leaving here. Now he ended up getting this car that changed. Wait, did the Bugatti change in Brookhaven? Guys, I didn't know that the Bugatti had been changed. This is literally something new. Later I'm going to test this Bugatti. So much so that he deleted the car. And this is the other car that was released in Brookhaven. I don't know exactly what car this is. It's probably an original Brookhaven car. But I want you to choose a color for this car. He said, yellow or orange. Really, this car is going to look very beautiful in orange. So now I'm going to make some modifications. So much so that it turned out like this. The light under the car is a little weird because it looks yellow, but actually it's orange. Now I just fell here, and this is probably the most beautiful car of the update. These are the 3 cars that were released, but there were more cars that were modified. I'm still going to test them today, but now I'm coming here in the front, and I hope there aren't any policemen on the server, because I don't know if they're going to arrest me. But now I'm going back home to leave this car there, and there's a soldier passing here in the front, but it looks like he's coming back here. Guys, this isn't very good, because there's a chance he's chasing me. I hope he doesn't do that, especially because I'm respecting the traffic laws. I'm even stopped here, but he just arrived here, and now he stopped me. I simply didn't do anything big, and even so he came here to arrest me. He said, you stopped at the green light. Wait, so I can't do that? But I already know. I'm going to crash into his car, and now I'm going to run away from here. I doubt he's going to be able to chase me, so much so that actually he's already coming here. Okay, this is worse than it looks. I'm going to have to go back home and hide, but I'm going to have to do this in record time. So I'm arriving here, and I'm going to have to store the car in my friend's house. He opened the garage, and I'm going to leave the car here, so much so that he just closed the garage, and I'm safe. Now you can see that the soldier is arriving here, and I'm sure he doesn't know the exact location where I am, especially because he passed right by. Very likely I'm safe, and he has to let me leave here. But he just showed up at the door, and he said, cars with lights under them are forbidden in the city. Look, this doesn't make sense. And it looks like even he agreed. But he left here, and he just opened the garage for me to leave here. Okay, finally I can get out of here. But this is worse than it looks. He's hitting my car, and I don't know why, but he broke it. Dude, he literally broke my car, and he shouldn't have done that. But now he's laughing at me, so I have to get revenge on him. What he did was really unforgivable. So much so that he went back to his car, and now he just left here as if nothing had happened. Everything he did was literally unforgivable. But before that, I'm going to test the update. On the right, you can see that there are several old vehicles, and you can see that this Bugatti was changed. For some reason, it turned out like this. In the past, this vehicle was really different. Now it came back in the car, and this was completely different. I don't know why they changed this vehicle. So much so that it turned out more beautiful on the side, but in the front, it turned out really ugly. Here are all the vehicles in Brookhaven, and if I get here in the front, probably there's also the Bugatti. Actually, I'm not finding the Bugatti. Okay, I just left the Bugatti, and you can see that in the past it was like this. The Bugatti was like this. In the past it was really simple, and today it's like this. It actually turned out really beautiful, but it didn't change much. It's basically the same car, and without a doubt there were many changes. This also happened with this Ferrari on the right. My friend got out of the car, and he ended up getting this vehicle. This vehicle in the past was red, but these vehicles are really interesting. Now I'm going to change this vehicle, but this friend of mine is coming back here. In fact, this car has this light under it, which is really beautiful. And this soldier saw me. Okay, this isn't very good. I'm going to hit his car like this, but nothing happened. This is terrible. Literally, there's no way to escape, and there's no way for me to get revenge on the policeman. So we can only run away from here for now. Later, we're going to get the safe from his house. So I'm hiding here, so he doesn't see me in Brookhaven. Perfect. I doubt he's going to see me, especially because the car is hidden here in this part. But you can see that he's arriving exactly here, and he'll hardly see me. It's going to be almost impossible for him to see me. But he ended up coming back here in the front, and really he didn't see me. Finally, I can leave here. But I want to see if more vehicles changed in Brookhaven, because there's a chance more vehicles were altered in the game. But before that, I'm going to hit this car, and literally it didn't move. I'm looking at all the vehicles on the right, and this tractor was modified. Now for some reason it turned red. I don't know why they changed the color of this car. This is the most random car of all. But even so, they ended up changing the color of the car. I can, for example, put this chair in the front, and if my friend sits here, I can literally lift him up here. This is a really cool secret that this tractor has. But I don't know why they changed this tractor. I'm looking at all the vehicles on the right to see if there were more modifications. And there really were. This car got a new color. They probably did this because of copyright. But this vehicle turned out really weird. I don't think this turned out very cool. So I changed the color of the car. But now the top part of the car doesn't change. The only part of the car that changes is the bottom color. And this is very different. In fact, I think this car was altered. This wasn't like this in the past. The windows are different, and I'm sure there were many changes. This is the car in the past. I'm going to leave its color like this, but it looks like there really weren't many modifications. There was only a change in the color of the car, and probably there were more cars that were changed. But the soldier is coming here running, and he's going to hit my car. Now his car is completely broken. He literally broke his car, and he simply ended up without a car. But guys, he got so mad that he left the game. I didn't understand why he left the game suddenly, so I just looked at all the cars in the game, and there weren't any more modifications. But there are lights under the car that are really weird. This light is definitely very different. I can change the color under the car to make it look like this. But if it's night, the effect looks much better. Seriously, this is much better. But now I want to get my favorite car. Okay, I just got this car. But now I'm going to modify it, and I'm trying to put a spoiler. But I'm not managing to. Perfect, I managed to. And now this turned out really beautiful. You can see that this car turned out simply different and cool. It's something that I've been waiting to be released in the game for a long time. And finally it was released. But now you can see that my friend is arriving here, and he came with the weirdest car of all. And even the weirdest car has lights under it. I don't know why they did this with this car. You can see that my friend is modifying this, and he's changing the settings until this car turned out pretty cool. But this is definitely the ugliest car of all. So now we're racing in Brookhaven, and I'm literally sure I'm going to win. So much so that the race just started. But my friend is really slow, so I'm going to let him pass here in the front. But now finally I'm going to start accelerating for real. And I already started beating him. I'm finally finishing this race, and I ended up winning it. Now he's arriving here, and he literally broke his car. Look, congratulations. You just broke your car. And he broke the ugliest car of all. So I just got this vehicle, and you can see that right here on the left there's this button where I can put music in this vehicle. Okay, this is much weirder than it looks. Now my friend's car looks like a submarine. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.